Will Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu? This is a big question that, actually keeps people puzzling. As for me, let me tell you something about Tinubu. I think Tinubu knows what he is doing. But you see, as for Nnamdi Kanu, I am 100% sure that Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. Not up to 3 days now, some group of, traditional rulers from the Southeast, particularly, went to, I'm sure, a conference in Abuja, where so many other traditional rulers were there. And this very man, as you see now, this very man is a traditional ruler in Enugu. He is the man of the moment. He is the Igbo, the Ezendi Igbo of this moment in Nigeria now. This man, confidently told it to Tinubu's face that, look at the counterpart of Nnamdi Kanu, named Igbo. This is how he is being welcomed with His Royal Majesty, welcomed with all kind of, applause because of what he did to save his people. But what about on the other side, Nnamdi Kanu? Why is Nnamdi Kanu still in prison? And that is the big question. You see, me personally, I am not against these things. Whether, why should Igbo be treated that way? Why should Nnamdi Kanu be treated? I'm not against that, particularly that of Igbo, because we have failed to call a spade a spade. Everybody know what Fulani people is doing in this country. Everybody know it. Why the hypocrisy? You see, this is, if I'm going to give kudos to Yoruba people, it is on this part that I'm going to heavily give kudos to Yoruba people. Because they understand that Igbo came out. Igbo might be maybe a farmer somewhere or a trader. Nobody knew him. Nobody knew him. As at the time I started seeing Igbo, I was even wondering, are you sure this man can speak English? Because in fact, everything about him was Yoruba. Even interview, he grants interview in Yoruba language, and then you see people say, oh, he can't even speak English. But who cares? Does, what is his name? Putin speak English? Xi Jinping of China, do you hear them speak English? I don't have any problem about that, but that aside, you see, Igbo understands the value, the core value of a people and why they should be preserved. And he took it upon himself and said, or die, not die. I must fight for my people. I must protect my people. All these scavengers coming into the forest to kill us because we are under one umbrella called Nigeria, created by Britain. We go do one today. And guess what? He deployed both those traditional weapon armaments and charms and everything, used it to counter these people, and he was succeeding. But guess what? It was Buhari who was in power, and then the information got to them that, man, he get one Yoruba guy. This guy, they finish us. What happened? They gathered every kind of propaganda and everything, and then frustrated the guy. The guy ran to, is it Togo? And then through their network, they still got him there. But still, Yoruba network still strong. That was how they released him. And then forced him to go on exile. But guess what? After the forgiveness given to him by Tinubu, he decided to come back. That is why you saw him being welcomed majestically by the Yoruba kings and monarchs. But that of Igbo land, called Nnamdi Kanu, who told you people that look at what is coming. Now this thing that is coming is not even only coming for us, it's coming for the entire country. If you don't wake up now, your own don't finish. What happened? He started since more than 16, 17 years ago. And today, look at everything he said has come to pass. But guess what? They decided to capture him. So technically, he's suffering for exposing certain things. Well, I am sure Tinubu himself, because me personally, when it comes to this area, I trust Tinubu. I am not a fan of Tinubu. I am not. Personally, I'm going to say it. That is just by the way. But when it comes to drama here and there, you talk to him whether he will listen or he may not listen like Buhari. That one I know Tinubu is not in that area. Tinubu is a kind of man that is, let us party, let us, do things, big boy things, enjoy, make friends. That is what Tinubu is about. He's not about all this drama. Tinubu is just not all about all this, problematic, chaotic drama here and there. No, if you have watched him, even right from all the jingles that was melted upon him during that election. You can see after the election, he said, well, now the election is over. Please, all these things should die down. You think Buhari will do that? If you like, make you go hide on that rock, he go get you out, and you might even lose your life. You know that one. So I am sure that Tinubu will do something. But when Tinubu wants to do something like a man. Do not do something, because you don't want to offend certain people, because you want to please some certain people. This is Nigeria we're talking about. Everybody knows that what Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching, has been talking about, is for the betterment of this country. If he says restructuring, he said yes. Well, since you people don't want to have any solution to this, we will restructure the country, or we split it so that by the time we finish solving this problem, then our children or whatever can now decide on how to come back as a country, or the terms and conditions through which they can come back as a country. It happened in Germany. Yes, a lot of you people did not know that Germany was splitted. Some of you did not know. It happened. But the aim is that problem will be averted. Massive development for the country. I'm sure no leader would ever want to deny this. The boy said it, that if you people think you people will now want to overwhelm us, okay, because we're under this umbrella, come Nigeria, okay, we make our day on our own, make we do our own. It's not a bad thing. Well, as you can see, this monarch, in this speech, he said it directly the way it is. I'm going to play it for you guys.
Bring this man out. If we don't want him in Nigeria, return him to Kenya or London, where they took him from. You see, some of us here are being asked to go and work, but the young people in the southeast are so agitated, they can even beat us. They see us as sellouts. We come to Abuja, they may think we come to collect money, and then we keep quiet. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, DCFR, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Royal Majesties, I want to end the protocol here. Your Excellency, we have come to Abuja today, and we've seen the crowd. The only thing I can remember is when President Jonathan was president of Nigeria, he called the 2014 National Conference, and the hall used to be full like this. But this one is fuller. There are more people. So you have scored a first. By bringing the largest crowd to this place. We've been committed to the health of our people. But having come now to Abuja and listened to Professor Mohammed Pate and his team, we are now more committed. So the traditional rulers of Nigeria will now go home and work harder than before. But I must tell you, Mr. President, that personally, I don't feel very happy, because you were not here in the morning. There were several speeches. We listened carefully. I listened to the opening address by His Imperial Majesty, the Owner of Ife. And he was gingering all of us to work as a team, to see Nigeria as one. And then I felt maybe this is good. But when you look at it, this same Imperial Majesty is arranging to confer a very high honor on Sunday Igboho, who in my own part of Nigeria in the southeast, we see him as a counterpart of Nnamdi Kanu. And my brother, fellow Royal Father, the Imperial Majesty, does not seem to understand the pain in my heart when Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto. So, sir, the ball stops on your court. Bring this man out. If we don't want him in Nigeria, return him to Kenya or London, where they took him from. You see, some of us here are being asked to go and work, but the young people in the southeast are so agitated, they can even beat us. They see us as sellouts. We come to Abuja, they may think we come to collect money. And then we keep quiet. So, sir, please do something about this. Do something about this.
Even the president himself found most of the things he was saying very funny. Yes, you can see him laughing and, being cracked up with most of the things the guy was actually saying. For you to know that this man called Tinubu might not actually be, it's not actually that black-hearted like people would think. If not Buhari, my brother, you know, get with how you want to convince me. I know Buhari doesn't talk, but in mind, you see this speaker, a black person. Yes? So I am sure that Nnamdi Kanu will be getting released, and please, Tinubu should put that into consideration. Put it into very serious consideration. Not minding whether you're going to offend certain people. After America that came in knew why they came in. They knew why they came in. Yes? And America who came in and went directly to that region after doing exactly what they did first time. They knew what the reason why they did that. Release Nnamdi Kanu now, and possibly he should be compensated. And most of those things, majority of those things he's talking about should be looked into. Because Nigeria, me personally, Nigeria is a very sweet country. A lot of you people don't know. The reason why things seems not to be as if, the way it should be is because of the system which the country is being operated and the leadership in it. Nigeria, where they see that Bible, that heaven where Bible they talk, now this Nigeria, but you people don't know. Yes. There is, in fact, there are certain things I don't want to say, honestly. Because if we have traveled all over the world, I have traveled all over, I've seen how so many systems are being run using very small one naira where they get to put it into a system. You see it running very well. Just like say you carry one small cup of fuel, pour them inside the generator, and then the generator can function well. Rather than, you drop small, you come out small, you drop small, you come out small. You know, go work well. You go to make two. That is these are the two examples of how Nigeria and other countries are. They know they are not as rich as Nigeria in everything, but they are able to pour their one cup of fuel into their generator, and then the thing they run very well without thinking about my own pocket, my family, my this. No, Nigeria is a very sweet country, and for the Igbos that you think, Igbos, like I said in my previous video, are the biggest pool of investor all over the world. Yes. Igbos are the biggest. Imagine going to a people or a place or a region, everybody is doing the same thing, which is business. What do you think these people need? They need wide markets. They need a broader market. They need these very big markets in order to expand their enterprise. They cannot do whatever they are doing in that small, in a small conclave. Because if me they sell, you they sell, me they produce, you they produce, the same thing they do. Who wants to sell for each other? So Nigeria is a very sweet country, a well-blessed country. The only problem we are facing or we're having is the system. And part of that system is that constitution that is leashing us backward. The system and the leadership. You understand me? Look at the electoral reform that we're talking. You see how the mumbo jumbo that is going. Do you think that the people who are there do not know that the country needs a free and fair, credible election? Do you think the country those people do not know? But you see them hitting ham on top table. They do like say they don't know. This is what we are talking about. Free and fair election can filter all these jamborees we have. Enough is enough. Filter them. They should go back home. If not farm, they want to go, the family, they go. They should leave our system. Let us build our country. Make we feel, we're not forbid to be like, or be better past America. We have everything needed. But because of hunger, nepotism, deprivation, and bad system, everybody, they do like, say, who will chop anybody head, they take and survive. Oh yeah. Release Nnamdi Kanu and let him go home. And he's not even going to be deported to Kenya or to the UK. UK hand they've waiting to happen to us. Release him, he should enjoy the fresh air of his father's house, and then he should be compensated very well. If you have not followed this page, please go and follow this page immediately. Go on YouTube and follow us. See you on our next update. Ciao.